Hello, guys. It's Kells. I've been away for a few days. Had some things to take care of, but I've definitely been still playing. As you can see, we're at 2 days. I think on my last upload we were at four, possibly five. Um, but let's jump right into it today. Looking at our calendar, I haven't even done my dailies yet, but that doesn't matter. So, leading in, we are now on day two of this sixth week. Hard to believe the game's been out that long, but loving every second of it. Frenzy Feast, which I need to do. I've now hit level 65, so 3 teams is the new requirement. We'll go over that. We have the co-op campaign and the battle rewind. Now, I'm a little bit late to the party, but there was an interesting development regarding battle rewind. And since I play on the global server, I was not able to exploit the bug that was found, but I would not have for fear of what happened. And let's dive right into that. So, what we're reading here, there was essentially a bug with the corridor weekly event where after you finished your 2 designated runs, you were able to force yourself back into the event and able to earn the rewards again. You were able to do this as much as you want, and the result of that, let me scroll down here, or I suppose scroll up. I was just looking at it. Okay, it was a previous thread. Anyhow, what happened is that people receive bans from poking around on the internet and Reddit, Discord, etc. Some people used the exploit and were banned for 3 days. Some people used the exploit and were banned for 10 years. And it appears that the more glaringly you abused the glitch, the longer your ban, obviously. And apparently they even banned people who had invested hundreds to the low thousands of dollars. So I think it's for the best, obviously. This is a gacha, and I understand it's frustrating that you can't do all the things you want and you have to spend money to buy everything, which is all the more reason it's important that they ban people doing this, taking advantage of this glitch, because quite frankly, it wouldn't be fair if they had maximum core stamps for everything and, the people who played the game as intended were just left in the dust. So that's all there is to say about that. And coincidentally, we are also 2 days away from Gen, and there should be some gameplay on this Twitter thread here. Let's go ahead and click it. Gen full gameplay. These animations are fluid. It looks great. Okay, that was a good trailer. I'm sorry it was in 480p, taking me back to 2009 on that one. So Gen's coming up. He looked phenomenal, obviously, in that trailer. So to go back, in 2 days, Gen will drop. That would be 2 a.m. Friday. Let's look at the date here. Friday the 9th, 2 a.m. my time. Or I suppose 2 p.m. EST on Thursday the 8th, if you're 12 hours ahead on the SEA, or even a little bit earlier if you're playing on the China version of the game. So, yeah, it's very exciting. I don't know that I'll do any crazy pulls. I may summon for him, I may not. Which brings me up to my next point, which is you may not need to summon for Gen, and we're at an inflection point in the game as they start to fill out each color with the requisite units: full assault, tactic, and support. If I can find Orihime, Yachiru should do. Yachiru. Um, so as you can see here, I have Ikaku. Obviously, so I have him here with a level 1 with his weapon stamp, and I've even pulled a singular dupe. What I do not have is his core stamp. I haven't gotten enough stamps for it. Like in here, I have Komomoras, don't have Komomora. I don't know that I will personally pull for Gin. Yes, I have no doubt in my mind, and I'm saying this to everyone who's listening. Gin will vastly outshine Ikaku. I have no doubt. I haven't done the math yet, but he's the premium character versus Ikaku, who is a standard character. It will not take a lot for them to make Gin materially different enough that quite frankly, people would just rather summon for Gin to make grinding and keeping rank and the game itself easier. But just because you can summon doesn't necessarily mean you should summon. So as you can see here, I have Tosin, I have Gin, I have Tosin, I have Ikaku, I have Uryu, who I believe, oh, whoops, wrong button. Where'd he go? Uryu, who is the tactic battlefield skill. Well, I wouldn't use him. I have Tosin. So, given the fact that I have Ikaku, I don't necessarily need to summon for Gin, especially because my Ikaku, I've got a boundary and his weapon. So it doesn't necessarily make the most sense for me to summon for Gin. Whether I'll be able to keep the urge away, obviously, is to be seen. Let's go ahead and start grinding through it. No, let's one thing at a time. So let's finish this. So, with that being said, I don't know that I'll pull for Gin, but because I have Tosin and Ikaku and Renji or Uryu or whomever, there's not necessarily a reason for me to pull on Gin unless I just want a better character, quite frankly. So with that being said, I am not the largest Gin fan, and there are other characters on the horizon who I'm interested in. I don't trust myself to go through the Discord to find the leaked picture, so I won't. But whether it's Vasta Lord Ichigo, who everyone's talked about, Nell, I do like Nell. I don't know why, but I do like her. I was amazed when I learned watching the show as it was new back in the day that she was a former Espada. Something about that just surprised me. Actually, it was really great to see her stick up for herself, and I forgot who she beat up. It was the dude that fought Zaraki. But, Nell's like, oh, you think you're tough because I'm not an Espada anymore. Let me grow up. She did, and she got her vengeance. Briefly. Anyhow. So there are other characters I'm more interested in than Gin, so I'm not committed to pulling for him. And if you're the world's biggest Gin fan, absolutely summon for him. But if you do not have any thrust characters, you don't have Ikaku, you don't have Tosin, let's pretend that you only have Uryu and Renji, and you want to summon for Gin because he's your favorite character, that's great. But please understand, by virtue of not having Tosin, your team will be weaker, and it may not be the best use of your resources, because if you're a Dolphin or free to play, and let's say you've pulled Byakuya, you've pulled Kisuke, then, and you don't have, where was I going with this point? If you are a free to play player or a Dolphin, and let's say you have Kisuke but no other thrust character, Kisuke is the universal support. He's going to go on any color until this game discontinues service, no doubt, or another character, a better character, comes out. So if you pull Gin and you have Kisuke, you're still missing a really good second DPS tactic, ideally. So it may not be, if you want to summon on Gin just to summon, but you don't have the support for him, I would not do that, because you will be setting yourself up to dislike this game, and I don't want that for anyone. This is an excellent game. So just, we're at an inflection point. Tweet at me at Kells, shameless plug for Twitter. Hop on the Discord. There's always thousands of people looking to help. So yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and knock out some events. I have to tell you guys, I am not stressed, but I am ready for this to be over. I want that title. It glows, and I want it forever. So looking forward to this event ending up, and it'll be nice just to see what they have cooking for the Gin event and to take care of that. Let's go ahead and load in, knock out these Espada? Well, they're not Espada. Let's knock out these hollows. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay. So, yeah, just ready for these events to end. And I have to say, I am so shocked by the competitive differential between different servers. The servers filled up. I don't know how many players are allowed on a single server before the next is generated. But obviously, the lower your server number, the more early you join the game and the more competitive the server. And I bring that up because I'm on server 31. And as you all saw, I'm ranked number 2 for the title at 56,000 points and some change. Well, I saw pictures on the Discord, and servers 1 through 5 are popping off. People have like 70,000 points. And I just don't understand how, because I feel hard capped at 56. So to imagine a 25-30% differential is just wild, because that's a gigantic difference, you know. So ready to get this over with. Got a few more of these. So I'm feeling very fortunate to be on server 31 and not in the first 5 servers. So if any of you guys are struggling, I'm sorry. You know, yeah, I'm thinking about you. That's all there is to say about that. I feel like I had one more topic. But yeah, so you know, we covered a few very important topics today. One, first and foremost, don't take advantage of any bugs or glitches. I know they're tempting, but don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Second, well, and building off of the corridor stamps, please continue to save your corridor stamp keys. Let's go ahead and bring them back up so there's no confusion. That is not my book bag. Corridor stamps, where'd they go? I can't find it in my book bag. We'll just go directly to the event. Challenge, corridor keys. As you guys can see, I had 103 in my last video. I might have burned a few, but don't be like me. Be better than me. Save your corridor keys. I want a max Eisen stamp, and I'm waiting until they put in the dang stamp selector. And third, Gen's coming out soon. Please review your account before you summon. If you're on the fence for anything, then, you know, come get help. Don't waste your precious jade. Not worth it. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow.